Hello, everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a beautiful sunny day out there. Few mosquitoes, typical this time of year. It is currently 18 degrees Celsius, which means it's 64 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's lovely, absolutely lovely t-shirt, tank top kind of weather for us. But yeah, it's a lovely start to the weekend. So we've got Jean here to play today, and I'm sucking her into my world again. I asked her if she had any ideas, and she didn't. So I said, let's do this. So we are playing with stencils and doodling. I'll explain as we go on. But let's say hi, Jean.
Hi.
And she was here.
I'm still here. I was just turned around a little bit.
All right.
I'm always turned around.
Yeah, me too. So Jean has a really cool face stencil happening on her page. Hey, Anne, nice to see you. Yes, happy Friday. And I decided I would use a letter and number stencil. Now, I know that, like, when you guys do journals and cards and that kind of thing, you get a lot of fun ephemera. You get letters and stuff from magazines, like ransom letters, that kind of thing. Hey, Belinda, welcome. Hi, Jen. Nice to see you back safe and sound, Belinda. She was on a cruise.
Ooh.
Yeah. So nice to see you guys today. So yeah, we're just using whatever stencils. I wanted letters because whatever. So I'm taking a stencil and I'm going to use just an acrylic paint. The thing is I want to cut them out and put them randomly on pages. But we're going to stencil them with paint. We're going to doodle on them and just do some fun stuff. Fun stuff. Okay. So, of course, you guys know that I was doing all those booklets out of the envelopes. I did all those books. Well, of course, I couldn't leave it. Yeah, I've got a sale that I have to have stuff there for tomorrow, and I've got some stuff. It'll be okay. But I started playing with this so that I could make a book. And so it's going to be red, black, white, and yellow. I even had napkins that were black and white. So I'm playing with that because it went too fast. Oh, that's too bad. Bahamas. Nice. Nice. This isn't for this journal. This is just for, because I've got all those journal book envelope booklet things started. I figured I would just make sure I have lots of bits to throw in. Just using a little bit of paint. Got my stencil brush. How are you today, Anne? I've been really bad about keeping in touch the last few days. I guess it's been this entire week. So this is a deep stencil. It's not the kind that you can just run a brayer over. You actually need to use a stencil brush. So I'm going to do every other letter because I want to be able to cut these out. And it depends on how I'm going to embellish them as well. I'm not worried that the paint is super thick on them. I'm more worried that it's not going under and making them ugly.
Yeah, that's me. When I reached up from my blue tape to take the stencil down, I've seen my assorted sizes of masking tape. So I am helping the stencil stay intact in places, but making extra lines. So
Nice.
hopefully it helps.
Oh, nice, Anne. It's nice that you're sewing and your physio. You had your physio. So, like I say, I am doing every other letter because I want to be able to cut them out.
I have no idea if what I'm going to do is even going to work. So it's an experiment for all of us.
Well, that's why I called it Friday Follies, because we're making it up as we go along. Now, I know that a lot of you guys use your stencils on your gel plates and that kind of thing. Um, but I want to use like pen and ink and doodle these up and have fun with it. Pencil crayons, that kind of stuff. So I don't even care if I've got the entire alphabet. I just need to be able to cut them out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down a little bit. Well, that's not too bad. You can kind of see them. Did muck through a little bit on the back. But that's okay. We can deal with that. Yes, I'm very glad that you're doing well, Anne. Oh, what have I got stuck on here?
I know this is going to bleed under, but I'm hoping I can still get
The majority?
I don't know what. I'm so nervous. I just, because I mean, it's watercolor. It's bound to go under.
Yeah.
But I kind of think I know what I'm wanting it to do. So we'll see. You know what? It's paper and paint. If I don't like it, I can one, paint over it, two, pull it out of the notebook and throw it in the trash.
You can, all of the above. Or, you take the parts out of it that you like and you add it to something else.
Yep.
Okay, so that paint is still wet. I can't put anything on top of it, so I cleaned my brush. Got a whole gloop of paint sitting there to use. But that needs to dry. Dry, dry, dry. So I'm just going to grab my pen and ink from the side here. Because I haven't played with pen and ink for a while and I kind of miss it. And I came across it, of course, when I was cleaning. So I knew exactly where it was. I even have room to play. Got some lovely colors. Okay, let's just get a little thing.
If you hear cracks, it's Brett. I'm taking my curtains and I don't know if y'all know I have my curtains in my art room are just ribbons and fabric strips.
They're beautiful.
It is really pretty. I love it. But it's time to undo them. I pulled them apart for sunshine. And it's that time of year when the sun comes in my window just right, that from about noon, because it's just about noon my time, to about 4 o'clock, the sun is straight in my eyes. So I have just recently seen those, Belinda. I haven't tried them yet. I really have more watercolors than I need, if that can be possible.
Well, probably.
These were a freebie with some that I ordered, but I can't remember where the ones I ordered are. Oh, crazy.
So I'm just
What's even crazier is that this little dot of paint can go so far.
Now I know not everybody has pen and ink. You can just use markers. Pencil, crayons, whatever. We're just going to turn these into fun letters to use wherever in your journal you would like.
They are great. Letters and numbers are wonderful to mix in a collage.
They are. And normally I would do it like right into the journal, but I figured I would do it this way. These are obviously lowercase letters.
This is probably going to work out perfect since I'm putting fluorescent color in it and I won't be able to copy it.
Yeah. Hey, Wonderstar. Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. What kind of art do you like to do? We are playing with stencils, and I just want to make some whimsical letters and numbers to throw in some journals. So I'm just doodling on the letters I've got. I'm using some pen and ink. I used Liquitex Basics, bright aqua green for the letters, and this is a golden quinacridone magenta that I used as the ink so far. Coloring and drawing, etc. Awesome. Jean likes to color and draw. Jean does incredible coloring and drawing. I don't draw. Really.
Yeah, you do.
No.
You see, I don't think I draw. So we're even. I'm sure there's leakage under here, but I am pretty content with this so far.
I like to make journals, and I like to have whimsical things in my journals. So it's kind of what I'm leaning towards today.
I like to play.
Yeah. Me too. The play is the best. Playing is the best. Oh, right on. Where in the UK are you? My mother was from Bradford. And my granddaughter's partner is from someplace. Wow, I can't remember. That's bad.
That's going to win you brownie points, not.
It's certainly going to win me brownie points. Not. Let's put some white dots on here. But because I'm low on white ink, well, I'm going to use it anyway. I think I'm going to just add some little white dots. Do you have a channel? Wonderstar Art, do you have a channel? Hey, I got these dot things here. And all those pencil crayons that my girlfriend brought me, I've got these mandala dot things. Something else to play with, guys. Something else to play with.
I don't mind doing dots. I'm not big on the mandalas. I'd rather just draw them using a compass and a protractor and all that fun stuff.
That's measuring.
Hi, Goldie.
Hey, Steph, how are ya? I've decided that we're doing stenciled, well, I'm doing stenciled letters and I am doodling on them because I want to use them in journals and things. That one's a little too fine. Your channel name's Wonder Star Art? Okay. I will need to take a gander at that. Oh, just a heads up, everybody. We are doing that Halloween. The Halloween will be on October 13th and 14th, 13 hours each day. It's going to be zines, pictures, wander books, and there's another one. And if you would like to do a live or anything during that time, you need to contact Miriam. All that information is on my Facebook group.
I'm actually contemplating that. When I seen you posted, I went into my calendar because I've signed up for 2 free classes.
Me too.
And I've signed up for one I paid for.
Okay.
And I wanted to make sure that they weren't overlapping because I'm not a really good multitasker.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've got one this Sunday, and that's doing block printing. October 14th is Thanksgiving in Canada. Huh. Well. Oh, well.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't celebrate that kind of things. My kids tell me when it is, and oh, we're doing a dinner, right? And then I know. But as a rule, I don't do that kind of thing. You know. So I'm just using Crayola magenta to color in these little flowers that I drew on here. Not going over the turquoise paint very well. Anyway, that's when it is. I know, Jan. Didn't, you know. That's what happens when, you work with Miriam and Raul. But I mean, Carol's part of it as well. Carol didn't say anything, so, it's what it is. Okay, so I've got this A has a couple of little flowers on it. Doesn't really look like an A to me.
I bled under right there. It's the first one I can see, so maybe I'm lucky. Oh, I went under on the orange up there. Yeah, it's all right. I got an idea, so it may work.
All right.
Of course, you know me. I'm putting way more detail into something I don't need to, but not even detail, more time into something I don't need to.
Yeah. Jan, yeah, really. Like, I mean, I've got the boys for the entire week before that because their folks are going down to New Orleans for work. So they asked if I would take them. Nobody said anything about Thanksgiving, so.
So, if you do a live, does it have to be just you? Can I get...
No, you know what? Actually, my channel, I'm doing my regular Sunday stream thing, right?
Uh-huh.
At 1 o'clock. But I'll have it open so that anybody can come and show off their zine and that kind of thing.
Oh. So,
If you could stream it to your own channel through mine, then,
yeah.
or you could see what kind of times are left. Miriam's doing all the scheduling. I can't say what's happening other than when I'm on.
Yeah. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm in the mood to do something Halloween, and that's totally not normal for me. I love
Well,
Halloween,
yeah.
but I just don't do anything for it. I don't even buy Halloween candy. I'm the wicked neighbor. If I knew the two little boys next door would come over, I would make them little goodie bags.
Yeah.
But, we just don't have, when we first moved here, we had great traffic, but we don't anymore. There's all these trunk or treats and all this other stuff. So parents tend to go to that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we still get a few kids. Wonder Star Art says their channel is very small, new on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to go to my other screen. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you and put your link up. Oh, can I type? No. All right, I subscribed and I'm putting your link here. I know so many kids don't trick or treat anymore. Here they do. It's because we're in a small town.
Well, my 15-year-old grandson is still planning on going. And some say, that's too old. Well, he could be doing something worse.
You know what? If kids come to my door, I don't care how old they are. I really don't. I mean, the older ones, like if it's later in the evening, I might make them sing for it. But for the most part,
Well, he goes with his mom and the twins. So,
yeah. You're very welcome. So Wonder Star Art does all kinds of paints and drawing. Cute spider, definitely cute spider. So it looks like you do videos. You don't do live programs. May I ask what your name is? Because I feel weird calling you Wonder Star. I don't know. It sounds like one of those fancy horses, right? Like, sorry, I'm.
well, this little blue.
Oh, and there's some in Spanish. All right. Very
See,
cool.
that's the problem, man. If I buy candy I like, then I eat it, and I don't need it.
I don't usually eat candy, so
Oh,
I
look
don't.
at you,
I
all nice and smart like that.
well, but after Halloween, because it's in the house, I will eat it. Ron likes sweets, so I try not to have sweets on hand.
And see, Gary won't eat much sweets. And if I want something sweet and have it around and know I get the whole thing, I just
Yeah,
make I just make a cake.
yeah,
He doesn't like cake.
yeah. No, I like I'll occasionally make mug cakes as a snack kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
but I don't bake because then you know
You have to eat it.
and no, it goes moldy a lot of the time.
Oh.
So I don't see any point in throwing food out. So, and if I freeze it, well, then darn tootin' I'm going to eat it because I love frozen baking. So I really try not to. Really. Oh, that's a cute little egg now. Kind of liking it. Now I'm liking it.
This looks sloppier than I'll get out.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can save it into something.
Well, I've tried giving my leftover candies to the grandkids. A couple of them are off sugar, so they turn it down. It's like, well, then take it to your friend. Like, seriously, get it out of my house. Maybe the older ones that are still here will take it. I don't know. Okay. Does that look like an A?
Yes.
Mm. So I'm trying to do a little bit of shading on it. Give it a little bit of depth. You freeze it? Nice.
Yeah, but if I want to freeze it and semi-hidden, Gary needs to hide it because I will know where it's at. I don't have willpower. I mean, I just don't. As much as I'd like to, I just don't. So now with, the issues with my teeth, if I buy something that's hard and I'd have to chew it, then maybe I could avoid it. Okay, I'm going to mute for a moment because I'm going to see if I can dry this a little bit.
Okay. Oh, thank you. So, Wonderstar, what is your first name, if you don't mind me asking? So, obviously, you speak more than one language. I envy people who can speak more than one language. I think I'm making a mess of this letter C, but that's okay.
So do you have any big plans for tomorrow?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think that I am going to go over to Odessa because I've seen a lot of twin pictures. And
You need a twin fix.
I do. And I'm going to go eat lunch and go shopping with my daughter.
Lovely.
She doesn't get opportunities like that. And if her husband says, I don't want to sit with the babies, I'm going to say, too bad. So sad.
Yeah. Well, because my daughter phoned me this morning asking me to take the boys for the week, um, we're trying to plan with my other daughter because she said she would take them for a couple of nights or spend a couple of nights at their house so that I don't have to drive them to school every day. Hey, Anina, nice to see you. So I said, let's do a family barbecue here on Sunday, but that's not working for my older daughter. It's so much got to take into consideration, right?
Yes. So I was looking at the calendar, trying to see what all my schedule is. Like it's really full and just I'm swamped. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I think it's October 14th that is Columbus Day, and there will be no school. So if I do that, I definitely have to do the Sunday. If there's not room on Sunday, then I won't be able to do it because if there's no school, I want to go see the other set of grandkids.
Well, yeah, grandkids are important.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of shading with green on that. I know you guys can't see it worth a darn, but it's there and I'm happy with it.
So I am having a catastrophe right now.
Oh no.
I can't find my zipper pouch with my drawing pencils in it. Pens.
Oh no.
I know. I just had it.
I know you did because you had them out Tuesday night.
Yep. And I can remember moving them, but where the heck did I move them? Oh, where, oh, where?
That's what happens when you clean.
Yeah.
Oh, October 14th is Indigenous Peoples Day in the USA. Okay. That's interesting that it's also on Columbus Day, Jan. Yeah, doodles, guys. Whose idea was this?
It was yours. I'm not sure what I think of that yet either. Oh my gosh, how do you lose a zipper pouch full of, and I'm telling you, it is full. It doesn't fit in any drawers.
Jean, have you met me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll just make do with what few pins I have out. I'm not going to be happy, but, well, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I will be okay. I keep telling myself that I will be okay.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I don't believe it all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? I am horrible at doodling. You threw all your magazines out after the last stream? Right. Replaceable. There's a bit of political stuff to add in Indigenous Peoples Day. Mm. Okay, so my plan isn't working, guys. I am not happy with my doodles. That's why it's called Follies. Friday Follies. That did not work at all the way I anticipated. Oh no, and I'm dumping a whole bunch of stuff in that wet paint. Okay, so maybe my desk isn't as clean as I thought it was. Go
My
figure.
desk was clean, but everything that was on it is gone. I'm literally sitting here. Oh.
Well, I
Ta-da!
hope that you found them and that wasn't due to a fall.
There was uh, a bag of bags on top of them.
Oh,
I knew I couldn't have put them that far out of sight. This one's working good for now, but it won't work all the time for what else I have in mind. But then again, when I pull the stencil and tape up, who knows what I'm going to find? I may go, don't like it.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of the way this is working out. I don't know why I can't doodle.
Kim, I didn't know can't was part of your vocabulary.
Well, today it is.
Oh, boy, I almost got chewed out there.
No, no. Like seriously. For some reason, my brain's not focusing on doodling. Like these are not happy doodles. Like they're not the way I envisioned them, guys. Like it's a little frustrating to me when
Well, this looks crazy messy. And I intended the watercolor to have some textures. So hopefully that's what it looks like and not like my 3-year-old grandchildren painted it. But I also knew that watercolor and stencils is not always a happy match
no, we know that.
because watercolors have their own brain and do their own thing.
Which is the fun thing about watercolors. My brain's not doing its own thing. Well, it's doing its own thing, but it's not making me happy.
Fire it.
Yeah, I don't understand why this isn't. No. We have Orange Shirt Day coming up.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
It's to do with the residential school survivors,
Ah,
where everybody wears an orange shirt because every child matters.
cool.
There's a book. The lady wrote a book about her orange shirt, and it's taught in the reconciliation programs in schools, and how her mom had got her this orange shirt and she wore it to school and wasn't allowed to wear it, so it was removed and she never saw it again. But it was a new shirt and it was beautiful and fancy and you know
Mm-hmm.
the way things happen.
All right.
Okay, this isn't making me happy. Um I don't know if it's recognized in the US. You guys will be happy to know I dipped my Mod Podge brush in my coffee this morning.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Right then and there, I should have gone, yeah, are you sure you want to stream today? Okay, this is not making me happy.
I can see your post now. Sorry, no stream today. Brain is off duty.
I know. This is not making me happy, guys. What am I going to do now then? Well,
You want one of my face stencils?
yeah, I can drag out a different one, I think, maybe. Yeah, Peter, boo. My brain is not working. I don't like these. I think I'm going to flip the page over and find a different stencil and just play. Just play.
There is less um, bleeding than I thought there would be.
Excellent.
This is the worst part right here. And I could probably go over it with white paint and eliminate that. Maybe. We'll see. Me and paint, we don't always get along.
If I have brain fog, I can make masterboards. I haven't finished those masterboards I started a few days ago on the cards. I have so many projects in the works, and they're not getting. I'm not running out. I keep adding more.
Oh, this is working.
Excellent.
I mean, it might need 2 coats.
That's still not bad.
You just can't brush over acrylic over watercolor lots of strokes because it'll kind of reactivate the watercolor.
Yeah.
So this makes me happier.
You know what? I'm going to do these here tiger stripe things, and then I'm going to shade them. Maybe that'll make me happy. Never have enough coffee dyed paper or masterboards. You're right. You're right.
I've never made a masterboard.
Ugh, I have so many.
What do you do with them?
I chop them up and use them for backgrounds for my florals.
I do that with everything I make, though.
I know. Well, exactly. But with masterboards, this way I can use up a whole bunch of the stuff that's on my desk. You know, usually. Okay. There it is. There it is. Might as well do some tiger stripes and shade them. Because it was supposed to be all about the shading and showing what you can do with your stencils today. Or so I thought. Some days it just doesn't pay for me to think. It's okay.
Well, I like this a whole lot better than I thought I would as I was doing it. So
That's cool though.
but
Maybe I should start using watercolors more.
it was a brand new stencil, so I already had, when you mentioned this, I have a notebook. We talked about this before we came on, that has several stencils that I've just traced around it to doodle inside of. And I really wanted to do that, but I don't know where that book is.
Ah, that's right. You were looking for it when we were starting. Well, I have all those little books that I put together out of the envelopes, so I've got lots to doodle on. You added some not for you doodles and it didn't work. Yeah, I think that's what's happening with these is it really was not coming together for me.
That would be a good question. What is an art that you've never tried? And if it's not the one you would want to try, what is the one art you would really like to do? One time at least.
Hmm.
We're making y'all think.
You're making me think.
I don't know how to do bobbin lace,
Oh, yeah.
and I would love to try it, but I don't want to spend the money to do it because I know I'm not going to stick with it.
Yeah. Well, I've got this stuff to do bob and lace. Surprise! I've got this stuff to do tatting. I've never mastered tatting. I'd also like to learn to maneuver 4 knitting needles at a time to make socks. Another,
I've, ne- I've never knitted either.
there's lots I would like to do.
What have you never done?
What have I never done? I'd like to forge metal and I'd like to blow glass.
I would like to blow glass.
I've done fusing and slumping. I took a course on that for glass.
And I've made lampwork beads. There's nothing better than melting glass.
Oh, the sound of breaking glass is one of my favorites. You'd like to slow stitch, Nina? That's awesome.
That is fun. I like to slow stitch. I had all the stuff to do bobbin lace. I gifted it to someone. It was gifted to me, so that was the only way I could part with it.
Yeah.
And I still would like to do it. I there's no sense in me buying the materials to do it because I won't stick with it. I don't. I'm too instant gratification. Not always, but a lot of times.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't want any more hobbies because I just don't have room for any more hobbies.
Yeah.
I would like to be able to revisit some of the hobbies that I used to do. I'd love to carve again, but I don't know that my hands would take it.
Carve in wood.
Yeah.
I've not. I've not done that. That's something my mother had done for years, and I think I would enjoy it because I love to carve stamps.
Yeah. I think I would like to like this course on um, stamping and pattern creation that I'm taking on Sunday. It's a free course. I'll be streaming during it, but I can watch the video after. They'll show how to do the uh, stamps. Not that I don't know how to do stamps, but some of them that she shows are pretty darn intricate. And I'm thinking like I could use my carving tools, like the wood carving tools, on my stuff that I carve stamps with. I just you know, have to get off my butt and do it.
Yeah, the carving class or the it's a printing class.
No, no, it's for doing repetitive. Um,
I wonder if it's the same one I signed up for.
it's just a 1 day course thing, couple of hours this Sunday.
Is it really this Sunday?
Yeah,
I didn't even check my email to see when it was. I signed up for something like that just today,
yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I've done carving of stamps in erasers and a
yeah,
lot, but the magic of block printing.
that I don't know.
Oh, it is this Sunday.
That could be it.
Yeah. Could be.
The other one that I signed up for is through a group I belong to here. It's called Creative Manitoba, and they are doing a free workshop on how to make your presence better known on social media. And it was free, so I thought,
Oh.
you know,
Here is my box of my hand carved stamps.
lovely. I've got a couple of boxes of hand carved stamps.
And a lot of mine are actually made to interlock with other ones.
Oh, very cool. You don't like the results, Peter? Is that from the gel printing you're talking about? Well, my girlfriend brought me those other three little gel plates. And so I would like to do small prints. I want to go through Ron's photos and find some prints that I can use for that. He's got some incredible print, like photography. I just have to go through it. Sorry. Oh, don't drink the paint water. It's bad enough I took a slurp of my coffee. Yeah. These are a few of Ron's photos.
Oh, that's beautiful. But then again, it's sunflowers. And I'm a Kansas girl.
It's a snowstorm. These are the little baby robins. Hey, Andrea, welcome, welcome. This is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
And then, of course, have to have the monarch caterpillar babies. I rushed through that one, Belinda, because I know. Oh, thanks, Anne. Yeah, he's won awards for his photography. There, just on the highway from us, there's this old, there's a lot with all old tractors and that combines and different things like that. And it's all rusty and it's like a little museum you can go and wander through. I really, really want to do some photography in there with all the textures and things. And then I would like to try and do those on the gel plate, like front grills and that sort of stuff. I think some of that could be absolutely amazing. And he's got so many pictures of old barns that he's done in black and white. So I'm thinking that those would make interesting gel prints.
Oh, yeah.
I could do like image transfers of those.
Do you have a laser printer?
Yes, we bought one just last week actually because I was trying it with um, magazine pictures. And he says, "Well, I've got a lot of photos you could use to play with." So he bought a laser printer.
Also, you'll be happier because you don't like to use other people's stuff.
Yeah. So I shaded the outside of this. So it's got a little bit of depth. Now I'm going to use some white or a lighter blue to do the insides to give it that little bit more punch. Just some highlight. Give it a little bit of highlight. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Like, he's got so many incredible floral pictures. But of course, I saw, I've got all those old carving magazines, and I was thinking some of the carved faces in there could work really, really nice as prints. If I did them on the little round oval plate, like just really small ones, I think that could be beautiful.
Cool. You want to know what I did yesterday?
But you did.
I edited a video and did a voiceover.
Awesome.
I haven't done that in a long time.
I went for breakfast with my brother and sister and Ron.
Ah, nothing better than going out for breakfast. My favorite meal to go out to eat for.
So I put white down the middle now. So that's a total different look than just using straight paint. Yeah, Anina, definitely. We had a hawk sitting on our deck the other morning. It was kind of funny. I'm working on getting tomatoes done, and I look up and there's this huge hawk sitting on my deck. So I went to the back door and I just kind of said, because Ron was in the shop, and I said, "Ron, you need to come in here now." So we got a couple of hundred pictures of this beauty, and it would be really nice to do some of the hawk, little pictures. But he's got lots of bird photography and trees. I think trees would be really cool to do image transfers of too, like the old falling down boards. Oh, so much I want to try. Time.
I have a ton of um, fallen down buildings. I have
Mhm.
intentions of doing a journal that Lost and Not Forgotten is the title.
Yeah, he used to go out and do lots of photography of old falling down barns and things. So I've got quite a collection as well. So what else could I do to that? Thoughts, ideas? Oh, there goes that light. I know. I know. My mother was a hawk. Like that was her spirit animal, John. No ideas on what else I can do to this little piece of. I like the way it turned out. Put that light back on. Sorry, guys. Flare. Yeah. Well, thanks, son. Again, it's just a stencil. Just did the stencil. So I outlined it with black gel pen. Then I took a dark blue and I went all the way along the edges again to shade it, and a little bit of white in the middle, and it worked good. You need a nap? Oh, naps are good. This is a big mess, sorry.
Naps should be something that's regulated, like you must take them
Yes.
so that those some of us will not think, oh, I can't take a nap. I got this and this.
Oh, yeah, that would be me.
Me too.
Day before yesterday, I did tomato soup. I did relish. I scrubbed the tub surround in the bathroom. By the end of the day, my hand was absolutely done.
We just bought us a long reach scrubber.
Oh,
Hopefully, it will make a big difference. Well, I think the biggest difference is that my husband hopes I use it.
yeah. Well, the thing is so many of the cleaners I can't breathe, especially in the bathroom. Even with an exhaust fan on or the window open, it just mucks me up for the rest of the day, breathing wise. So basically, I can only use baking soda and antibacterial dish soap to scrub.
I tend to use Dawn for just about everything.
Yeah, it was Dawn, antibacterial Dawn with my baking soda.
That Dawn spray that they have, that's a miracle tool. When I seen what it did to my husband's jacket, he thought it was too expensive and we didn't need it. And I convinced him to get it. And he thought, okay, I'll use it on my jacket. And this was last winter. And that, like, a 12-inch stripe across his belly was covered with grease.
Yeah,
Work. And cleaned it right up.
nice.
I think he was impressed.
That's awesome. Your dad shows up as an owl? Jan, I bet you my dad shows up as an owl too. My adoptive mom shows up as hummingbirds. My birth mom is the hawk. And my dad definitely would be owls.
My mom is a hummingbird.
Very cool.
My grandma is daffodils.
Lovely. See, so now I'm doing these. What am I going to do with them? I could use them as pockets and put something on them, I guess. Tucks. Andrea was asking if you meant Dawn Power Wash.
I think so. It's in the spray bottle. Honestly, I think that's what it is.
I'm going to have to get some of that, see if that will clean my air fryer.
Well, we are messy cooks. And we used to clean the top of our stove, the buildup of grease and everything, with oven cleaner. You
Yeah,
talk about fumes. Oh my gosh.
yeah, I can't do those. I mean,
And all I do is the Dawn dish soap now. Well, I bought silicone liners for my stovetop. So I just pull those off and put them in the sink with a little dish soap and let them set for a while. And then a little spray of that power wash stuff, and man, boom.
see, I can't put any liners in my stove because it's one of those newfangled induction oven things that
Oh, yeah.
so all the elements are hidden underneath. So if you put something on the bottom of the stove, you don't get the proper heating. Yeah, it's just whatever. But the air fryer definitely needs a decent scrub. I do
That's what I'm
want.
asking for Christmas.
I love my air fryer.
Is it one of those that's a dehydrator too?
Well, I have a dehydrator, but yes, I could use it as a dehydrator. Mine has the racks as well as the bucket that stirs. So, I mean, if I'm doing potatoes or whatever, I don't even have to take it out and shake it. I just turn the stir function on and it
Hmm.
stirs.
See, I haven't even had an opportunity to really look yet,
Yeah.
but when my mother-in-law told me all hers did, and seeing my daughter's mother-in-law cook all the baby's food in there, that way they can have some foods that probably wouldn't be as good for them, like French fries. They're not greasy and fried that way. And
Yeah. Sweet potatoes work really good in there. I also like doing cauliflower in there. Um,
ah,
I do a really with lemon pepper. So just a little bit of oil, the lemon pepper, and cauliflower. It's lovely.
I love cauliflower roasted.
Yeah. Well, it's like roast cauliflower. It just has, whatever seasoning you like on it, right?
Yeah. My favorite vegetable to roast is beets.
Yes. Oh, speaking of beets, I should check mine. Not that I want to deal with beets today, but
I thought I couldn't eat beets. I didn't like them. I thought the only way they could be cooked was pickled,
oh,
because that's the only way my mom ever made them, and I didn't like them that way. They were slimy. And so a friend hooked me up to roasted beets, and I was forever thankful.
the Dawn Power Wash spray has perfume. Oh, yeah, no, can't use that then. I saw a reel or a YouTube thing where you could take regular Dawn and add a couple of things to it, and it's the same as the Power Wash spray. Can't remember what it was. I'm going to have to look for that because I can use the regular Dawn. It turned out that I've started becoming allergic to palm olive. I was rashing out so bad from it, so I had to switch to Dawn.
I won't use anything but Dawn, and that's all I've used for years.
Well, I mean, at Costco you can get the gallon jugs, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I was doing. But our Costco doesn't have Dawn.
Our Costco is non existent. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't shop there often, but there's some things I definitely like to get there.
I'm not even sure. I think Lubbock would probably be our closest one. but I'm not positive. Because I know there's not one in Odessa, although there could be one in Midland. So
The only thing I'm finding now with Costco is things are just so big, right? Like you get so much of it. I don't mind like for paper towels and that kind of thing, but some of the food I definitely don't use before best before dates.
yeah,
So I really have to watch for that kind of thing. But I mean, things like hummus, once it's open, you got to eat it in 3 days. Well, I'm not going to eat a huge tub of hummus, in 3 days unless I've got the kids coming over.
yeah.
Oh, I like the way these turned out with dark in some places and some white. Hey, Beth, nice to see you, hun. Dissolves anything greasy. You know, I'm gonna definitely have to, because I mean, Ron can use it, and he can use it if I'm going out. Like that's when he usually does the bathroom and stuff because he uses all the cleaners that I cannot. Well, Beth, I had started today. I figured I would do some fun lettering, use a stencil and then doodle on them. And I'm not in a doodling mood. It's just not happening for me today. So I'm just playing with other stencils and shading it. And Jean used watercolor on a stencil. It turned out really cool.
I've outlined everything and kind of blocked it, with shading.
Yeah.
Or not shading, but, heavier.
Yes.
Now I'm going to doodle on it.
See, Jean does lovely doodles.
Thank you. I just got to figure out how I want to doodle. Do I want to do a little bit in each section?
Maybe it's the letters I didn't like. Let's see, a different letter stencil might make me happy. Sorry I'm so miserable today, guys. Just
We still love you.
let's try a big G. Stencil brush.
Can you tell it's a face, though? Yeah, I guess you can.
I can because I knew what it was when you started.
I don't know what to doodle. That Kim, you rubbed off on me.
What?
I don't know what to doodle.
Huh. Sorry.
Well, sometimes I get into that mode where it's just lines.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything else. But lines are good.
They are. I like polka dots, like dots, lines. We'll see what happens. Yep. All right. So. Maybe it's because I'm using burgundy on the turquoise. Would that possibly be an irritation to me? Yes, maybe. Let's try black. You've got doodle cards? That's right, Beth, you do. See, that's another thing I want to do. There's a whole bunch of doodle cards like that so that I can have them around.
Usually, if I have trouble, I'll pull up Pinterest or Instagram and just search for doodles,
Yeah.
and I get totally inspired. But then there's times I don't know what the piece is calling for.
Yeah,
And it does sometimes call for something.
it does. Ah, there was a dead thing in my ink, and now I'm kind of mucky. Yeah, we should do doodle cards. Beth has a lovely set of doodle cards. Maybe we could do that one Sunday, Beth.
What is it exactly?
She's just got a bunch of cards that she doodled on. She found different doodle patterns and she can just flip through them.
Well, I have a book that I've done that with. Let's rephrase it. I have a book I started that with. A lot of the things that I found on Pinterest and places I will print and then glue them in there too if I haven't already practiced them.
Yeah. Well, my doodling really lacks something.
We should do that on a Friday. We should make doodle cards on a Friday
We could do that.
because I love to doodle.
I know. I know. When you're not around on Sundays very often. Okay, so I get a G. You have a zine that has doodles? Nice. Let's try this eye. I'm going to outline this eye. I think maybe I like it better in black. I think that's probably a big piece of why I didn't like that stuff. Beth has a journal or a book or cards for anything you can think of.
Cool. I'm impressed. It's like organizing your thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should do a series. Get Beth to join us on
Beth,
organizing our thoughts.
Beth, what do you think? Would you join us and do that on Fridays? Organizing our thoughts like doodle cards and that kind of stuff? Beth is so busy.
Well, I'm working on not being so busy.
I know. I know. I have to wait for my ink to dry. Beth, you still here, hun?
She's thinking.
Yeah. Well, I know because she streams. She does her own streams. She streams with me like Sunday group, and she's been streaming with Ann Lar, and she streams with Dana and Becca. So she's really busy. Would you come on Fridays and help us organize thoughts like doodle cards and various things? Because I know I sure could use something like that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, next Friday we'll do doodle cards. How's that?
Works for me.
I'm thinking ahead here. I like it. All right. All right. I will send you the link, Beth, when I set it up. Usually around 10 o'clock in the morning. Somewhere around there. I send it later to Jean because normally at 10 o'clock we're still deciding what we're going to do.
Sometimes even 11:30.
Yeah, that too. We're bad. We're really bad. But if we've got a plan, it works. So, I'm going to doodle this here G. Because I think it'll be fun. Beth does some absolutely incredible things. And she does lots of swaps. She arranges quite a few swaps in her group. Wonders from the UK. Those of you who are new or who have come in after.
After you gave her 20 questions.
Yeah.
I intend to go and subscribe to. I'm not good at multitasking. I'm not usually good at one tasking lately.
Okay, so I think I like this much better than. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let us know what materials we'll need for doodle cards. Beth, what materials do we need for doodle cards? Look at that G. I like it. Whole deck of cards and paper. And probably a pen, Beth? Or some sort of ink stick pencil thing. A writing implement, glue and scissors. Pens. Okay. Markers or gel pens, Beth? Anything specific? Oh, I like the way the dots and stripes are alternating there, Jean.
Say
Um,
what?
I like the way your dots and stripes are alternating.
Yeah, I do too. That was one of my last minute thoughts. I used to have a deck of blank cards. Again, where are they? I don't know.
Mine are here someplace.
I may have given them away because I did buy them for Riley.
Yeah. I might just hack up a bunch of cardstock and use it. Because I know I've got a couple of decks of old cards, but I'm not sure exactly where they could be.
I can find 1,000 playing cards at almost any moment.
Well, I can too, but they're my canasta cards. Well, I'm not about to give those up.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to have what I planned on, but these are working now. I think it was the font of that stencil and using the burgundy for the outline didn't do it. You can get that together for next Friday? Awesome. So I like the G and I like the I.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I would fussy cut the G. Probably.
Well, if you're going to use him in a collage, you could even cut him out rectangular and doodle behind him, which is black and white.
Right, right. That could work as well. Definitely like this font much better. Okay, so let's turn it over and chop these off so that I don't wonder. I'm not normally quite this disorganized. I can be very disorganized. Today just happens to be very, it's a worse day for it than normal. So I doodled on those. I shaded them. I like those. I like the G. I like the I. Let's do an N. Na, 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 na. Yeah, that looks more like me for sure. Let's do the N. I've got so much paint here. They're all going to be turquoise with something. That's okay. Because they're not all going in the same journal. They're just going to be all over the place. They're just going to go in the bit spins.
Until they find their new home.
Yep. I really want to do that forest book, but not the forest book. And Lar is doing a collage forest book, and Beth's doing hers. So basically, it's a picture book, with photography and everything, and they are collaging fun stuff and making very interesting stories to go with it. It's absolutely incredible. So I've got a couple of coffee table books that I wouldn't think twice about giving up.
So, like if you had a mountain scene, you could put somebody swinging from a rope at the top of the mountain, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a lot of fun, but of course, I only have the train magazines. I do have a few more now. My daughter could bring me some, but I don't have anything cut out. Um, so I want to start harvesting some. I just want to do everything, and nothing's getting done.
But don't you sometimes think, why does it have to be done?
Yep.
You know, I don't know about you, but and I used to do craft shows all the time.
Yes.
I have this theory that if I make it, I got to do something with it.
Yeah.
And I'm it's getting better. I can make things and not do something with it. But my biggest downfall is doing making something and loving it, so I go buy the stuff to make 20 more.
Right. Right. Well, that's my downfall from doing craft shows and sales as well. Okay, and take care, hon. Thanks for coming. Rest is good.
Yes,
Rest is
get some
good.
rest, Dan. I kind of like this now. The more I do, the more I like it.
Yeah, it's coming to life. It's
Yeah.
really coming to life. Yeah, free magazines, but you don't need them. I just have to go to the thrift store in the next town. They don't put out all the magazines that they get, so they just recycle the rest of them. So I know darn well that I could go and get magazines there. I just haven't because I'm trying to make room. You know what, Beth? I don't think my neighbors read. Well, okay, I can't say that. I don't think they're magazine people. I do have some National Geographics as well, so I could probably find some. Oh, totally went offline there. It's okay. I
Oh,
could.
I just got the sweetest text.
Did ya? Your
Yeah,
granddaughter?
my cousin had been doing some cleaning, and
Okay.
she found the quilt that my mom made her dad when he was really sick with cancer.
Oh,
She said it needs some repairs, but it's in pretty good shape. Did I want it? And I said, absolutely. So,
that's awesome.
because I don't have a quilt my mom made.
Yeah,
Mine really, I mean, at the time, repairing it didn't seem like a thing to do. And it just kind of, fell apart.
yeah,
And my daughter still has hers. And I'm like, oh, yes, this has double love on it.
yeah. Hi, Carrie. Nice to meet you. Yeah, Barbara and Sherry live close to me, Beth. I could probably ask Barbara. She probably knows somebody with magazines. Seriously, the next town is like 5 minutes away. So I can definitely go and grab some from there. So my outlining on the end went a little haywire, but that's okay.
Thanks, Jan.
See, so this is what you guys can do with stencils. Different things to do with stencils. You still have quilts from your grandmother? Yeah. My mother and grandmother did not quilt. I'm the one that did quilts. Oh, I'm fuzzy. Um, so my kids are asking for quilts again, but I don't have sewing machines that work, and I don't know that I want to do that. Just don't know.
Well, I have a friend that has made two different Afghan type throws
Mm-hmm.
out of granny squares following cross stitch patterns.
Oh,
And I thought that was amazing. And she called me this morning and she says, if you buy the yarn, I'll make it for you.
that's awesome.
And I'm like, okay, because I would have bought the one she made, and the price, paying the price she asks is fine because
That's a
I
lot
know
of
the
work.
I know the work and all that, but that's more than we spend on holidays. So,
Yeah. Well, my kids, I did baby quilts for the grandbabies, and my granddaughter had additional quilts. My oldest grandson had an additional quilt. I just, I'm just not into it right now.
well, my granddaughter got a quilt that pretty much fit her a twin size bed when she was born.
Right.
My first quilt ever making, and I don't know anybody who knows quilting well enough. It's the twisted thing where it looks like a little twisted windmill thing.
Yeah.
You, of course, I didn't buy ready made squares, I bought yardage.
Yeah.
And so you have to cut out the squares.
Yeah.
Then you have to sew them. Then you have to cut them. Then you have to sew them.
Yeah.
That was not good for your first quilt.
Yeah. I've done some crazy quilts. I've done patchwork. Hey, Susan, nice to see you. Hi, Malia. Oh,
Well, hello, ladies.
oh, Malia would like to do doodle cards. Yes. Yeah, I think cards would be a lot more fun too because if I was doing this again and I pulled a card, then I would know what I was going to doodle on it. Like I would use it like a prompt card. Oh, welcome, Carrie. I'm glad you're enjoying. We
I
craft.
don't know if I could use them as a prompt card.
I could use it as a prompt card.
I don't like being told what to do.
Oh no, I. But you know what? Like these things, I'm at this stage now. Like I've put napkins on and whatever, some doodle stuff, and now I'm kind of at an impasse. So I'm thinking, well, what I was thinking before you joined me here is that I would place to store your ideas. Yeah. Um, I was thinking of using prompt cards, but I just want this red, white, black, and yellow, right? So if the prompt said blue, then I would just pick a color. Kim, what am I doing? I don't know. Well, see, my plan today, Susan, take care, Carrie. Thanks for coming. My plan for today was to do letters, stencil, right? Stencil them with paint, and then doodle on them. Well, I started with these letters and I didn't like them. Private skilled care, excellent. Excellent. So, Susan, I didn't like them, but I like this. I think because I outlined them in burgundy, that was part of it. So, doing them in black and then doodling with the black, I like them now. So, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm making bits. And then because I did that and I didn't like it, I played with this stencil. So then I put the paint down and I shaded it with um, pencil crayons.
I think I would like to try doing something like this again with um, colored pencils.
Yeah,
Not as big as spots, but you know.
yeah.
See, when I travel, I take a notebook and my black and white pens. I don't take anything color because I just prefer to doodle in black and white. I don't mind adding color afterwards or having color as a base, but when it comes to my doodles, it's black and white. And I am far from a black and white person.
Hmm. You know what? I love the black and white too. It's either brilliant colors or black and white.
Yeah. But I don't mind the black and white on top of brilliant colors.
No,
I
no.
really like it when I change the eyes to black instead of that brownish color.
I love the checkerboard. I love checkerboards. Maybe that's what I'll do in my next letter.
Yeah.
So anyway, Susan, I'm gonna be cutting these out and using them as Kim bits on various things because, you know, can't have enough Kim bits. Okay, Anina, thanks for coming, hun. If you want to do the Halloween zine thing, please get in touch with Miriam. She's doing all the scheduling and everything. I'm gonna have my slot Sunday um, time that I usually stream as an open slot where anybody can pop in and show off their zines.
Right now, I could use a set of doodle cards.
That's what I'm thinking. No,
Yeah. I mean, I doodle all the time, and once I sit down and start doing it, it comes back. But right now, I just,
yeah, just a blank, just such a blank for me right now.
I think it's because I'm hungry.
Oh dear.
I ate some toast for breakfast, and the only reason I ate toast is because it's frowned upon to eat your jelly by the spoonful.
Well, Who says?
Yeah, well, if my husband would have come home seeing me eating jelly out of the jar, yeah, he might have given me a hard time. I think my brother thinks I do because he's the one that makes my jelly.
Ah, is it jelly? Oh, look, see that one's smeary. Um, jelly, or like a jam?
Jelly, jelly.
Okay.
Sandhill plum jelly. My very, very, very favorite jelly. The only jelly my grandson will eat.
See, I've made jellies and nobody's eaten the jellies. Jam, they'll eat. So I used to do crab apple jelly and apple jelly and grape jelly, and I ended up throwing it out. So I don't do it anymore because really.
I don't like jam as much as I like jelly.
Oh, see, I like the chunks of fruit. Tell you about the Halloween, Beth. The 13th and 14th of October, 13 hours each day. So you can pick your time slot, or you can come on with either Miriam or I or whatever. And so it could be a meander book, it could be a zine, it could be pictures, it could be, there's another, I can't remember everything. Um, I can post the thing in your group. They did a little video kind of thing for it. Yeah, October 13th, the Sunday. And both Miriam will be streaming before me, and I'll be streaming. And I will just have an open studio where anybody can pop on, show their Halloween stuff, that kind of thing. Um, I don't know that we're going to show how to make a zine. I think we're going to do that prior to. Each of us will do that on our channels. And then we will show off. Well, I'm going to show off a finished zine, or I might work on it while other people are showing their stuff. I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, Halloween. And so Miriam is doing all the scheduling. So you would need to get in touch with her, but it's going to be 13 hours on the Sunday and 13 hours on the Monday. And I believe we are starting. Let me just go. I can read you the poster. I'm going to go and read the poster for you. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, zines, meander books, stream, video, and pictures. Any of that is eligible. So, if you wanted to stream, that's when you need to book your time with Beth. Or if you're going to upload a video, if you want it at a specific time, you also have to let her know that. Pictures would be the same. And it starts at 8 a.m. EST to 9 p.m. EST both days. So 13 hours each day.
But if we wanted to do a live stream and make a zine, we could.
Yes. And so we're doing 1 hour slots. So you could ask for 1 or 2 hours, depending on what you think you need. But you need to book the times with Miriam, because we want everybody's links so that we can make it like a hop again. If that makes sense. So instead of Feral Art Group Sunday, um, it'll just be people showing zines or making zines or whatever. Halloween's. Cool. Cool. Yeah, we're making it very simple this time round. Because Raul won't be able to be there. and Carol and I are around to help people out. But, because we're helping Miriam. So it's the four of us working on the promos and stuff, group stuff now. So I'm just kind of following along and having fun and spreading the word. Help and spread the word. But I mean, if you're just going to throw some photos up on Instagram or whatever, if that's what you've got and how you want to do it, then you still need to let Miriam know the link so that we can have all the links available for whatever's happening. Because we don't want to leave anyone out. So who's got exciting plans for the weekend?
I do.
Yes, you do. I have no exciting plans. Well, Sunday, we're going to do using those snippet strips that we made last week. I have to remember where I put mine. Well, I've been using them. I've actually been using them. So I find I really like the snippet strips, those little strips I made, compared to those big, um, the rolls, the big paper rolls. Those are way big and bulky for what I'm using.
You know what you could do with small snippet rolls too? It you could actually, or snippet strips, put them together on your computer screen and scan them in and get a whole sheet,
I could.
and then rearrange them and get a whole different sheet.
I could. Just looking for them. But I mean, they're just a lovely little size, right?
Yep.
You've been using yours too, Beth? Awesome. So we wanted to do Sunday showing how we're using them. I've been using them on these are the little journals I made for sale. So I just used a piece on the front and a piece on the back. You recognize those, Jean?
Yep.
So I've been using my snippet strips. All right. So I've got a G, an N, an H, and a small I. Did you use some on your ATC coins, Beth? Do a K? Yeah. Okay. I'll do a K right next. I do like this little E. Oh, you did those before that? Okay. There's a K. My desk was really nice and clear earlier. But you guys know how I operate. Let's just pack everything into one area so that it's handy and ready to go. that paint I've got left over there. I'm kind of tired of doing the letters in that turquoise. I think I'm going to scrape it onto a page. Yeah, got some thick paint there. Got to let that dry a little bit before I can decorate it. Lots of paint right at the bottom of there. So I'm going to scrape that onto. Oh, look, I have this little envelope book. I wonder what I'm going to use it for. Ah, we're going to scrape paint. Okay, Jan, take care, hon. Hugs to the baby. And to Jade. I got a lot of little envelope books to use up, guys. Not sure exactly what they're going to be, but I'm just going to keep adding stuff to them as I go along, the way I do the little ones for the giveaway. And those of you who think I'm not working on my little giveaway book, I have been working on it. I did when we did the little I know what those are. Styrofoam plate prints. That's that one. There's some texture stuff in here. I've been doing it. There's when I did the stitching, the hand slow stitching. Got some of that. So this little book is coming together. This is one of those little envelope like I did. Oh, look, that one's stuck. Wait a minute. Not allowed to be stuck. Here we go. So it's like a little accordion thing with the envelopes. Little pocket out of that. What else did we do this month? Can't remember. There's a little quarter page thing. Mark making. Stuff that we've done this month. Oh, Abby needs you. Okay. Yeah, Jean definitely gets the best doodle award today. Definitely. Kim's not a doodler. She would like to be, but she is not. Is not. Okay, so I still have paint. Let's get another of those. Yeah, don't know what I'm using these books for, but they're for things like leftover paint. Yeah, so we're not wasting stuff. And I could probably do one more.
But when you stop and think about it, it's 3 cents worth of paint and 15 minutes of time.
Well, not necessarily if I'm just scraping it down.
True. But yet we do it. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, we do. We do. And like I said, I don't know what those little envelope books are going to be when they are done, but there'll be something. They definitely will be something. I think I'm going to stencil some question marks and things like that on that.
I like that idea.
On that those red and black pages I got sitting beside me. Just have to decide what color I'm going to do. Because, like I say, I'm only using the four colors.
Why did you choose those colors?
Because the envelopes were red, and I wasn't going to use green because we all know I detest red and green together. And I like black and white with red. And the yellow came about because I wanted to put some stamping on it, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I used just my little wooden block stamp and used yellow.
Mm.
So I did the whole, thing with that. So I like the yellow with it.
I like the looks of them real well.
Yeah. So like I said, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be. I'm going to put it together with that slip knots binding, right? And like I said, I actually had napkins that were black and white, so I used that. I used these. I thought they're kind of fun.
Yes.
So that's what I used for napkins. I just don't know what colored tissue paper I want to use. Maybe I can get away with a yellow. Because it's not going to be big pieces either. I don't know. I don't know where it's going, what it's going to be. I don't know. Just don't know. Oh, I like that bottom right corner grid lines. Yes, I really like that. See, I could do that on the background of those.
I pulled out some old doodles looking for more ideas.
Yeah.
I when I just free motion doodle on my own, I do a lot of swirlies.
Yeah.
And, this is an angled project. Yeah, there's some curves, but it's still angled.
Yes.
And so I'm sticking with circles and lines.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's only so many things you can do with those at
True.
a time. I mean, my brain might come up with other things at another time.
That is true. Now, see, once the ink dries, I can do some shading between the lines and things in it, which will be fun. Because I really want them to have a little bit more depth than they've got.
Yeah, I think this is going to need some shading too. Just not really sure where, so I'll probably do it with pencil until I have it figured out.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to use colored pencil on these. For sure. But they got to be good and dry. Good and dry. All right. Well, guys, it's been 2 hours. I know Jean's hungry. So maybe we should call it a day. What do you think?
Yeah, my eyes are kind of like,
Done?
uh
Yeah.
it
All right.
doesn't take them long anymore.
No, I know my hand, like yesterday, my hand was so sore. I basically just glued stuff because that's what I could do. So we will call it a day. Thank you guys, everybody in the audience, for being here, everybody in the balcony, anybody who watches the replays. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate Jean very much for coming and playing with me today, especially since she's the queen doodler. And I just kind of, I had the idea, I just couldn't follow through. Um, so Sunday, 11 o'clock is when we will be doing the group play, and we're using our snippet strips. So I'm going to call it a day. Thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you, Jean.
Thanks for having me, and thanks everyone for coming.
So take care, everybody, and we will chat soon.
Bye, all.
Bye.